Hey guys, Rumblysuperset here, and welcome to the Update 1.12 overview of Vainglory. Just like every other update, there are a lot of small and large changes coming to the game. I'm going to go ahead and go over some of what I think are the key changes that are coming to Vainglory in Update 1.12. One of the biggest features coming to Update 1.12 is the addition of a new hero. Get your inner archer ready, because Kestrel is coming to a Halcyon fold near you. Kestrel is an elite Stormguard archer who takes down targets from a distance. When building weapon, she deals rapid, sustained damage and uses stealth to find better footing when enemies get too close. Kestrel's Crystal Path affords longer stealth times, which set up aggressive, tactical plays. She's best in lane, where she can use the protection of her turret to safely collect gold. Want to know more about Kestrel? Read her interconnected lore with a fellow Stormguard soldier, Catherine, Kestrel's Test, and also the Vainglory Hero Spotlight, both found in the description down below. And just like every other update, there's a new skin to look forward to. With Christmas just around the corner, I'm sure most of you are feeling that Christmas spirit. Well, now you can show all that Christmas joy in the Halcyon Fold with a limited edition holiday skin gift wrapped fortress. Don't forget to get yours now before they're gone forever. There have also been quite a few performance improvements. After the less than ideal launch of Update 1.11, with serviceability being an issue, rather than release a slew of new features, SCMC has made it a priority to make sure Update 1.12 includes far more serviceability. Simply put, there will be overall better optimization on server calls across the board. On top of performance improvements, there are also some Android improvements coming in Update 1.12. For all you Android players, SCMC has a great surprise for you. Before Update 1.12, in order to play the game, it required you to have a total of 3 GB of internal storage space. That is no longer an issue. You are now able to install Vainglory to an SD card. If you have an SD card with enough disk space for the game present, you will get a pop-up with a choice to install to your SD card. Vainglory now has a smaller app file size. iOS file size has also been improved. Game will look more crisp on certain Android devices. There have also been a couple gameplay changes. Kill bounties. Before Update 1.12, every kill you achieve would add 50 gold to your bounty. This ultimately means that you'll be giving 50 gold to the enemy team for each kill you achieve, so long as you are killed once by the enemy team. In certain situations, this would actually hurt the losing team, as those with no kills can simply trade their lives for valuable minion camps without being worth much gold to the enemy team. In Update 1.12, bounties are now based on your team's overall gold and no longer on individual kills achieved. This causes the team with more gold to think more wisely when attempting to steal minion camps, and also incentivizes the losing team to trade kills, as bounties are now worth more gold the larger the gold deficit. Vein Crystal no longer has a barrier. The Vein Crystal already regenerated, so the barrier was redundant. The fun and drama of backdoor attempts are now back. There are also a bunch of hero balance changes. I'm not going to go over each and every one, but here are the 4 heroes that I found are the most relevant in Update 1.12. Fortress. As many of you guys saw in VGL or simply in-game, Fortress's presence is not only being seen more, but quite frankly felt in the current 1.11 meta. The burst potential of Fortress was far too strong without building offensive items, and therefore the damage of Truth of the Tooth has been slightly reduced. Koshka. Another hero that dominated the 1.11 meta, and for good reason. Her early ability spamming lacked a drawback. Now Koshka's twirly fun cooldown in their early levels have been increased while maintaining her late game prowess. Rona. In the last update, it wasn't abnormal to see Rona absorb a good amount of punishment while pumping out a fairly decent amount of damage. Without saying much more, this really wouldn't be an issue. Here's the problem. She did this without specifically investing into either. Given that she already has built-in durability, SCMC is toning her down a bit. Into the phrase damage reduction, ironically, has been reduced. Foe Splitter no longer executes an instantaneous basic attack immediately after either activation. Self-slowing while channeling Red Mist has been increased by 5%. And finally, Taka. In the last update, Taka seemed to be knocked out of Kaku's invisibility by in-flight basic attack projectiles a bit more than SMC intended. On top of that, Taka's early game seemed to struggle more than most other heroes. With this said, Kaku's grace period, as well as the heal, has been slightly increased. To help fix his lack of early game relevance, they have also increased his base weapon power. The final changes coming to update 1.12 are the item changes. There aren't too many in this update, so I'll go ahead and go over all of them. Iron Guard Contract now prevents damage over time and summons from taking unintentional last hits, leaving the minion monster at 1 health. Adagio, you may now burn away. Stormguard Banner. The damage to heroes seems a bit too strong and therefore they are bringing it down a notch. Shiver Steel. The slow duration seemed a bit too short on range heroes and too long on melee heroes. It has now been adjusted accordingly. Bonesaw. Bonesaw was one of those items that seemed to be hard to use as it just took too long to ramp up the armor shred. Now, Bonesaw only stacks up to 7 times opposed to 8, while still maintaining roughly equal amounts of accumulated armor shred. Light Armor and Light Shields. These items were simply too cost effective when not specifically itemizing into them. Therefore, their individual values would be far less as precursor items, but the same in their finished states, i.e. Metal Jacket, Aegis, etc. And that is it for the update 1.12 overview of Vainglory. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Later!